that.
Hey,
I know the
hey,
deal.
we lied. We lied, bro. We should have been live right there. Look, what's good with y'all? I'm Darren Randall. We back with Lamar, and we welcome to Let It Be Known. Before we even got up in this, we just talking about Lamar. He don't even drink the soda. He was waterfall on the soda, talking about rat poison in there.
Waterfall in that thing.
That ain't no blood. It ain't a monster. It's a root beer, and it's out the vending
Yeah,
machine.
bruh. But still, though, you don't know what be on these cans. You feel me? Any real black person knows to wipe the can before they drink that motherfucker. And don't put your mouth on the tip either. Fuck that.
Oh no, bro. I'll be putting. If I will put my mouth, but I'm not about to fully just put my lips on the mouth on it. But now that I think of it, though,
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't bought a can like. Usually, if I drink it out of the can, it's already in the box. You know, it's already coming in the 12 pack. I don't usually just buy the single pack
Oh
cans.
yeah.
You,
That's
you
true. That's
know,
true.
but
That's true.
but the soda do taste better out the can than out the bottle. Y'all letting me know
Man,
if
I'm a
y'all whoever
ice.
up in here, y'all
Oh,
letting me know it. Right, let me know if it's a bottle or y'all like bottle or y'all like the can better. I think I'm going can. What you like?
I gotta go with that can.
Unless it's a glass bottle. Glass bottles go harder than the can.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
But let's open it up with the first topic today. So we already had big NFL news. You already had Sean Payton. You had D'Amico Ryans. You had news all across the NFL today. But we didn't even get a chance to talk about none of the games. But first also, let's give a shout out. Let's give a clap up to Lamar. He over here lagging right now, and it's good because I didn't give a damn about what he had to say about the weak ass Eagles. I think you might have to come back on and back off, Lamar, because your screen froze. But basically, since Lamar's not able to defend himself and able to talk about his Eagles, so what happened with that is the Niners lost their quarterback, and the Eagles ended up getting lucky. They had Brock Purdy, he got hurt. They had no backup quarterback. Josh Johnson is ass. He's not able to carry the team. He just joined the squad. So basically, the Eagles ended up getting a fluke ass win against the 49ers, and that's how that happened. And Lamar, I don't know what's going on with your shit. Your shit is lagging, dog. There you go. Where you go? See, what was crazy is we've been talking for a minute trying to get this shit ready. And he was just chilling, talking. All of a sudden, just cuts off. Okay, there it is. Wait, froze on my brother Lamar, man. This right here, I expect none less from the Eagles, man. Bad connection, bad taste in football, trash talk.
Bro, why Target Wi-Fi tripping right now? That shit is stupid.
What's going on with you? What's happening?
You hear me?
Are you good? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good
Base.
now. It's crazy because as soon as I put my other earphone in, everything just went blank. I'm like, come on, bro. We was stable.
And I was about to say we were stable. Now it's all lagging. Even right now. Before we were just having a whole ass conversation. No, he lagged again. Oh
Hold,
wait, there you.
hold on. Let me switch rooms real quick. Hold on. Let me switch rooms. Hold on.
You got two phones. This nigga think he Kevin Gates.
Oh, let me switch rooms real quick. Hold on.
Yeah. I'll keep these boys entertained.
For real. Hold on.
So
Tell them boys, give me like 2 minutes.
While Lamar is trying to get things fixed, let's talk about our favorite fast foods. So,
The connection is so bad next door.
top 5 fast foods.
Horrible.
You gonna have I think you gonna have In-N-Out in California. You know, we're not big fans of McDonald's.
See, it's
Five
way
Guys
better
is
over
up
here right
there.
now. Hold on.
Don't worry about it, man. I'm just letting people know about the best fast food while you trying to figure it out. Because you know the Eagles was fried chicken and they got lucky. But yeah, we talking about pizza. You know what I'm talking?
Oh, exhausted.
Hey, this must have been how that nigga Edison when he first figured out electricity, it was probably looking like this. Where Lamar go, man? You know, just as I was about to tell these people the truth about how the Eagles end up winning that game, he disappeared.
All right, we Gucci now.
Oh, we good now?
Gucci. Gucci. Let me turn this camera around. Let me set this camera up.
Yeah. All right, we back. So
Hey, the lighting better on here too, right now.
Yeah.
The only thing is, you probably can hear yourself though, because my earphones. Remember, I told you I tried to put the other one in for some reason. I just threw everything off. So.
Let me see. Hello.
You hear yourself?
Nah, I don't really hear it. No, I don't hear myself.
I feel like, come on.
Not really. But
soon as I say that shit fall.
Yeah. We was having technical difficulties with Lamar. I was basically just letting them know how lucky the Eagles got. But yeah, so basically we weren't even able to talk about the games before because Lamar, you was in LA. I was getting off from work and the schedule was just fucking up. But the Eagles ended up blowing out the San Francisco 49ers, and I ended up thinking that Brock Purdy was going to come back in the second half. I think we all did. I was like, once he came back on the field, I was up. I was happy. I was geeked up on my seat. I was like, oh, yeah, the Eagles ain't ready. Now we about to show them boys what the fuck going to happen. And you know what? We get in. Brock Purdy gets in the game. And he's only throwing 5 to 10-yard passes, not doing shit all day. And the next day, which was yesterday, we found out. I got the link right here. Oh. My bad, at the stream. So this was reported by Tom Pelissero yesterday that quarterback Brock Purdy suffered a complete tear in the UCL in his throwing elbow and will undergo he's going to be out 6 months. He's going to redo surgery, and it's going to be basically Tommy John surgery. You see this with a lot of pitchers. You see this with a lot of guys in the MLB, and you will see this with a couple quarterbacks. I think they said like Big Ben has been through it, and a couple other guys has been through it. But it was kind of weird that now I guess I know in the moment they didn't know that the injury was that significant. But now you look at it and you're like, damn, you put a quarterback with a full torn UCL back in the game? Like, what? I mean, I understand, though. You didn't have any more quarterbacks. You didn't have Brock Purdy. You didn't have Josh Johnson. But you had CMC. Yeah, you did have CMC at quarterback. But now that you got Brock Purdy out, what's looking like to be 6 months with this injury, what's it looking like with the San Francisco 49ers quarterback situation? Tom Brady's been thrown out there today. I heard you had right now it's between Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, and then possibly even Jimmy G. Who knows if they're going to bring him back? But you also got to throw Tom Brady. Those are your 4 quarterbacks in there right now. What's it looking like is going to happen?
So as of right now, I would say Tom Brady. That could be a possibility, but that's not a for sure thing. As a Niner fan, if I'm looking at something for sure, I would say Trey Lance is going to most likely be our starter just because he did get hurt like the first game, the first or second game of the year, and they claim he's going to be back for OTAs, and I believe OTAs is in May or June, so that's perfect timing. That means he can get reps with the starters, he can get that chemistry with the team that I'm pretty sure he already has. So yeah, let's give him more time, but that doesn't. I mean, if Tom Brady does play a year or two with the Niners, I feel like that's a great situation for the Niners because that can help the two young quarterbacks grow under Brady, and then whoever you guys do decide to choose, you guys can trade the other one for some draft capital. So I feel like the Niners' future is really looking bright right now, even though it was a tough season just towards the end, but I feel like you guys got a lot to look forward to though.
And I was listening to Jimmy Ward right before we hopped on here. He was on live for about an hour, and he was talking about basically when he was on the squad and he was giving out his perspective and how he felt that he was treated with the San Francisco 49ers because he is going into his free agency year. And he brought up that he felt like with some other cases where guys would just get their spot right back when they got hurt, it felt like every time he got hurt, anything that happened with him, he always lost his spot. And not that he didn't come back and he was able to start, but he was starting in a different position. His main position always wanted to be safety, but if he came back, he would play nickel. He would be playing some other position at corner. So my question is right here. So you got Brock Purdy. He's led the team to a 7-0 start. He got the team to the playoffs. Of course, it wasn't the outcome that he wanted to at the ending, but you can't blame that on him. It was just pure injury, unfortunate bad luck. So is it fair for Brock Purdy to lose his spot for Trey Lance when Trey Lance lost his spot because of injury?
It's not about being fair. It's about shit. It's about competing. Well, in different situations. I was going to touch on the Jimmy Ward situation real quick. I'm not sure if it was only him that was complaining about him getting a spot taken or whatever. But the thing with Jimmy Ward is, and I can remember this him coming out of college. I followed Jimmy Ward. He was, I think, he went to Northern Illinois. He was always a versatile player on defense. So maybe he felt some type of way, but maybe the 49ers and D'Amico Ryans or the defensive coordinator wanted him to help out the team to go play nickel, go play corner, go play safety, because we have a young safety who actually is a natural safety. Jimmy Ward is like a Tyrann Mathieu. He can go play corner. He can go play nickel. He can play outside corner. You feel me? So that's my take on Jimmy Ward. But so far as, and at least he wasn't starting, but he was getting hella playing time. I'm pretty sure in certain situations he getting matched up and what the defense needs. Anyway, with the Purdy and what's his name and Trey Lance situation. I feel like Trey Lance definitely should start. He was a 3rd pick overall. You guys did trade up to get him. Y'all traded a lot to get him. So I feel like y'all should go with Trey. Y'all just can't throw away Trey. He really ain't really got a chance to play for real. He got like 2 games, a game and a half. You guys really don't even know what you guys have. You might really got a diamond in the rough. So.
See, I'm on your side. I fully agree. I feel like this team belongs to Trey Lance. It should be handed to him. Like, I feel like we drafted him for a reason. You traded all that capital for a reason. But is there any way that you can see maybe it could break up the team? You got this guy that just led this team into an NFC championship, being a Brock Purdy 7-0. Could that break up some of the chemistry, some of the camaraderie? You're just throwing in a guy that really hasn't proved himself being the Trey Lance, just throwing him up in there and saying, okay, now you lead us.
Nah, I don't think that's going to break up the team because I feel like, honestly, because these guys are close in age and because Trey Lance obviously was a starter at first, and I feel like even going into the season, Trey had the whole offseason knowing he was going to be the starter. So I feel like he already built that chemistry with the players, even personally wise. And then Purdy, right. I feel like he kind of built that chemistry, obviously towards the end of the season personally with the team, winning, like really taking over the huddle and stuff like that. So I feel like they both basically I feel like they should have equal kind of like, command of the team in a sense. Like, I'm pretty sure whoever the starter is, the veterans are going to come support them no matter what anyway, especially knowing they want to win. They know that both of these quarterbacks is good too. So it's not like they some weak dudes. They both are really good players. So I feel like whoever the starter is, they're going to support them no matter what.
Yeah, that's true. I completely agree. And then also I wanted to bring up, so earlier today, this was reported. Are you able to see my screen on that? I don't think so, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you are. So I'm gonna make this full screen for the people. So this is reported by Ian Rappaport. Unbelievable. The Broncos spent today trying to hire D'Amico Ryans again today before he recommitted to the Texans, sources say. When he agreed to the terms with the Texans, they moved and finalized, with Sean Payton. So, yeah, we already heard that with Sean Payton. But when it comes to D'Amico Ryans, do you feel like this is going to affect the 49ers? How do you feel? We talked about this earlier. We said that, he might end up going to this Texas team. But D'Amico Ryans ended up choosing the Broncos over the Texans over the Broncos. Was that the right decision?
It's not surprising. It's not surprising at all, just because, I don't know, maybe the Broncos offering him more money, but it's not about the money sometimes. Like, D'Amico probably felt more comfortable in Houston. I think I could be wrong, but I think the GM, I know the owner is a white guy, but I think the GM might be black. I could be wrong, but it might be somebody in that organization that he's really comfortable with. And like I told you, he got drafted by Houston. It's crazy that we talking about D'Amico because I was looking up his career stats in a sense today. And for some reason, my bad, I looked it up because I was wondering, I'm like, how did he get a coaching job for the 49ers? He never played with the Niners. He only played with Houston, and then he played with the Philadelphia Eagles towards the end of his career. But I think what happened was when Chip Kelly went to San Francisco, he took D'Amico with him. That's what I think happened. But anyway, I think he went to Houston because he was more comfortable there. They drafted him. I just feel like it's the comfortability part.
Yeah, I agree with that. I can see where you're coming from that. He got drafted from him. He's been with the Texans, so it does make sense. But I feel like you had better opportunity going with the Broncos. I feel like, of course, I don't think it's going to be a clear setup just because he's been with the team. Like when other previous coaches, it feels like as soon as they walk into the Texans organization, it's a setup for them to fail. It's not set up for them to win and have success. It's set up for them to have 1 to maybe 2 seasons at best. But when you look at DeMeco's case, I feel like he's been with the squad for so long. He's proven he has, I guess, equal amount of respect. So they're gonna give him a little bit more flexibility. Maybe give him like a good 4-year gap. Say, okay, I know this is gonna take some rebuilding. I know it's gonna take some time, but the keys are yours, and we need you to rebuild. But it's gonna be tough. I feel like the Broncos, they already had a set situation for him, but at the same time, I feel like you have more pressure if you would have went to the Broncos, because the Broncos are literally in win now, right now. There's no time to be waiting. Russell Wilson is 33, going on 34. You got Judy, you got guys that are literally already set up on that squad for you to succeed. When you go to that Texas squad, you got a team full of nobodies. Like I can't name more than 4 players really on the Texans. Besides from like the key main star guys that everyone, I think, majority of the league will know. So it's going to be tough for DeMeco. I don't know if they're going to be able to, I don't know how long it's going to take for them to have success.
But look, this is what I'm thinking. So when DeMeco, I'm pretty sure DeMeco, he's smart. He's always been a smart player. He's a smart coach. And just to touch on the fact real quick about the 49ers, I don't think this really will affect the Niners as long as they, continue to build their defense. Because Robert Saleh, you've seen, he was there for 2 or 3 years or however many years Saleh was there as the coordinator. And when he left, it was no decline. The defense even seemed better without Saleh. And Robert Saleh and DeMeco Ryans, the only reason why they remind me of each other is just because they both got some bald ass heads. I'm just but Robert Saleh and DeMeco Ryans, they remind me of each other because they both bring that energy. You don't really see too many coaches really. I mean, you start to see it a little more now with these newer coaches, these younger coaches. But when you see Belichick and these older coaches, they don't really show too much emotion like that. But yeah, I feel like the emotion that he brings to the team. Also too, I feel like maybe DeMeco didn't really want to. I feel like maybe he's better with the Texans because he didn't really want to mess with the Russell Wilson situation. He probably heard a lot about that situation. Also too. DeMeco is coming in with the 2nd overall pick. He might get a trade up for the 1st overall pick. Maybe he wants to get a brand new quarterback. You feel me? And maybe he just wants the options. It's kind of like rebuilding his team because, like you said, the Broncos already have their team established. They just need a coach and a few more pieces, basically. But yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And then you also had on the other side, you had Sean Payton, and Sean Payton. I think a lot of people really thought Jim Harbaugh was probably going to the Broncos. I don't think a lot of people really assumed that it's going to be Sean Payton's job, but he did end up taking it. And I want to say, here it is right here. So we got to talk about the compensation, but this was from around the NFL. It says the Saints will receive a 2023 first-round pick for number 20 and a number 29 overall and a number 2024 second-round selection from the Broncos in exchange for Sean Payton's coaching services, as well as a future third-round pick. So basically, you're going to have a 2023 first round, and that's the number 29. You're going to have a 2024 first round, and then you're going to also have a future third-round pick, all for Sean Payton, which has only won 1 Super Bowl, I want to say. Was it what? Just 1 with the Saints?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think though. Did the Saints trade somebody during the season to get a first round pick? I mean, did the Broncos trade somebody during the season? Oh, that's how they got it. They traded Chubb, remember?
Okay.
Yeah, they traded Bradley. That makes perfect sense now. So they traded Bradley Chubb, sneaky bastards. They traded Bradley Chubb to get a first rounder because they didn't have no first rounders, bro, for the next 3 or 4 years.
Right, so that trade from Bradley Chubb ended up working out for him. I mean, and during the moment you're thinking, "Damn, why would you make that trade?"
It didn't work out yet.
It didn't work out yet.
We don't know what Sean Payton is like. That boy been out of football for what, a year or 2 years.
I mean, that's not too bad though. Coaches take longer breaks than that. John Harbaugh, he hasn't been in the NFL for a while, and he was going to come back. But when I look at Sean Payton's situation, I heard that he's asking for a whole bunch of like remodeling and a whole bunch of like he's asking for the whole nine basically. When he walks into that stadium, he walks into that arena, he wants all these plans to happen. And I think it's kind of funny and it's kind of ironic because you got the same case with the quarterback. The quarterback wants his own office, the quarterback wants this, the quarterback wants that. So they might even fight over that office. You know, Sean Payton might be like, well, Russ, that's my office now. You know. Shit, you know, we're not about to go under construction building a whole nother office for me and you. So you know what? You just go ahead and go with the players. I'm gonna need this office to myself. But I feel like it's gonna be a crazy little situation they're gonna have. But looking at the compensation, would you have gave that up as a Saints player, as a Saints organization? They gave up a lot, in my opinion.
You said the Saints organization? Or the Broncos?
Yeah, the Saints are the Broncos organization. My bad. Broncos.
Yeah, no, but as the Broncos, yeah, I would just because, like you said, you know, win now mentality. So if you're thinking about it, it's kind of like picking up, you know, a really good player, like such as like an Odell or like a Amari Cooper or like a, you know, like a big time quarterback that's like a Tom Brady or somebody that you know can to that next level. Sean Payton, don't get me wrong. Like you said, he has been out of the league for 2 years, but he is one of the legendary offensive coaches, offensive minds. So for them to, I think the Broncos had one of the worst offenses in the league last year. So for them to pick up Sean Payton is going to drastically improve their team. This will at least give them a window of like at least 2 to 3 years. I think Russ is going to be there for at least like 5 to 6 years. It's going to give him at least like 2 or 3 years to compete.
Remember, he's 33. I'm not saying that like Tom Brady and a lot of these quarterbacks could play up to their 40 nowadays, but it looked like Russ was damn near 45 just last year. And I can't even say 45 because Tom is 45 and he was looking way better than Russ.
Yeah.
It looked like he completely lost 3 steps.
I got about like 10 minutes left. My bad. I just had a little real quick.
It's all good. It's all good. We're about to move on to the next topic anyway. But lastly,
I don't know why she asking me if she's seen me. Like, it's just insane. Like, I was literally talking to her before I went to lunch.
That's hella funny, bro. I don't know why you just leave your mic, leave your walkie.
No, I said 920, 920. My bad. Go ahead there.
No, I was just saying, why don't you just leave the walkie? Be like, fuck it. Like, why y'all want me to bring? They tell you to bring it with you on lunch?
Nah, it's funny. Everybody told me that too, but it's because she be calling us and she'd keep calling us, and then she'll come back here and then look for us type shit. That's why I would just rather let her know before she come back here interrupting what we got going on.
Yeah. I get you.
Because it was a few times I was in a room next door. She was like, "How much time you got left?" I'm like, "We in the middle of our," you feel me?
Right. And that shit is weird because I'm like, I don't know, bro. You a lot nicer to your managers, bro. I can't do that shit. I'm a grown.
I am. I try to be.
I'm a grown ass man.
She be like stressed out and shit. Because nigga, I ain't gonna lie,
girl, that ain't your kid.
But we got hella call outs tonight though. We had like 7 people call out tonight, nigga.
What that sound like?
They problem.
They problem. That don't sound like your problem, not at all. Not at all. I'm at work. I'm here. I'm on time when I'm supposed to be. I'm going on, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Shit.
And that could be like a let it be known type of thing. Let it be known what y'all think? You think,
man,
because y'all coworkers called out, do you think you should have to take over their shit?
Or let it be known, man. Y'all get 20 likes right now. Lamar is quitting on the spot. He about to say, fuck this job, and we'll talk to his manager right now. 20 likes.
Real, nigga, you gotta bring her on the pod. We gotta bring the manager on the pod.
I'm gonna let her know, like, hey, Lamar's done.
Hey, for real. hey, like one of my coworkers said, you better give me their pay on top of the pay I'm getting today.
Hey, man, no cap. Hey, y'all, and we're gonna throw up a little GoFundMe because y'all the reason he quit. So y'all got to throw up the money too, man. Dead ass. I'm gonna at least like
I'm gonna quit this job and I'm starting to GoFundMe.
Just for y'all, just because y'all like
support my podcast dreams,
man. But lastly, before we run out of time, I want to bring up. Last I want to bring up, so I don't know if you heard about the Pro Bowl today. A lot of people was complaining about the Pro Bowl, and this guy right here, I think his name is Easton Freeze. He took the time out of his day, just to do a little bit of haterade on the whole situation. But in the AFC in 2023 is the greatest collection, he says, of quarterback talent in the NFL history. In NFL history, this is the greatest talent. So he'll be representing them in the Pro Bowl. It'll be Trevor Lawrence, Derek Carr, and Tyler Huntley. It don't get no better than that. Those are top tier quarterbacks, and then you're gonna have no.
What?
Exactly, no better than the 5th seed, best in the AFC, and then another one sit home early and getting cut, and then the last one literally a backup. And those are all true. All these quarterbacks, I don't know. Well, they're hating on Trevor Lawrence. I think that was pretty fair. You know, he made it only because you had, of course, you had what's his name? You had Mahomes in making the playoffs or making it to the Super Bowl. So you got to throw somebody up in there. Yeah, then Burrow.
I would say throw Burrow. Burrow getting smoked on right now.
Hey man, you know he got severe burns right now, so you got to give him some
smoking
time
to recover.
You know, so
how you say it? Smoking on that Burrow.
But anybody that ever play the Bengals gonna be using that shit, smoking that Burrow. Ever beat?
Well, he sound like that. He sound like a homeless nigga. That nigga sound smoking on that Burrow.
Smoking on that Burrow, like it sounded like he been in the streets for a minute, man. I was my first time hearing Pat Mahomes' dad talk. That was hella funny. But yeah, hella so funny. With the quarterback situation, how do you feel like this Pro Bowl is going? Of course, they changed it up. It's going to be flag football. It's going to be a dodgeball game. There's going to be a couple different things. But when it comes to just purely voting, is that the best way to go? Even if I don't know. Should they be named as Pro Bowlers? Let's say so in this situation, you got Pat Mahomes. He can't play, so it makes sense for Trevor Lawrence to be the next substitute. But then you got guys like Josh Allen. He stepped out of it. You know, he's not going to play. So they have to find in another substitution. So should these guys be named as Pro Bowlers still, or should it be like, I don't know, should it be another name like voluntary or something? I don't know.
I would say so. And the only reason I can think of is maybe they didn't want to compete because some players opt out sometimes, but that's the only thing I can think of. Maybe some players was like, hey, this Pro Bowl is not the same as it usually is. It don't seem like it's going to be fun. I don't want to play. Maybe some players said that, but I feel like it got to be some. Like, don't get me wrong. I feel like Derek Carr. The only knock on him is because he didn't finish the season, but he's a tremendous talent. Tremendous talent. He's a fan favorite. Everybody around the league loves Derek Carr. Every team loves Derek Carr. But yeah, Trevor Lawrence. I feel like Trevor Lawrence deserved it.
So what about Huntley? Is there another quarterback you could have probably threw up?
Yeah, bro. Huntley, no knock on Huntley, but bruh, I can name at least 3 AFC quarterbacks that could have been in the Pro Bowl before Huntley. Nigga, Mike White could have been in the Pro Bowl before Huntley.
Right. Where's Herbert at? I don't know if it's because I don't know if he sat out, he didn't want to play. But yeah,
Mike White. Herbo. We got also
who else you got up in there? You got probably Tannehill, maybe. Oh no, Tannehill. That's yeah. No, that's what NFC. NFC.
Yeah, but I ain't got Tannehill in that.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm overthinking now.
But the quarterback position was pretty light this year. I felt like I guess you had the main couple guys.
But what about
Kenny Pickett? Could Kenny Pickett get in there over Huntley? That might be a little bit tough.
That's what I'm saying. They in the same boat.
Right. They did, but I feel like, man. But if you look at it, I feel like
Tua. No offense, but Tua's fucking around playing a Pro Bowl game cuss on some shit.
Man, he shouldn't even. Yeah, Tua shouldn't be playing because also Tua doesn't. I guess he would deserve it earlier in the season, but after he came back, it really felt like he wasn't a Pro Bowl quarterback. So I don't know, but I can't say Taylor Huntley.
Mac Jones,
Mac Jones might be able to make that pass, but I know there's got to be a better quarterback than Tyler Huntley, though. There's no way that
Tyler Huntley. I'm thinking all division. AFC West was trash. AFC South, boo.
Okay, so you got
Ryan,
what?
No. Tannehill, no.
Damn.
That shit was like, what the fuck?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
The only person I can think of, bro, is Herbo.
Yeah, and it had to be a reason he wasn't in there. It had to be sitting out. If Huntley's over him, it had to be he had to sit out. Damn, I'm thinking of another quarterback. Watson, maybe? Nah, Watson around?
Definitely not Deshaun.
Definitely not Deshaun. He came too late. Damn.
Way too late. And then people have been hating on him the whole season anyway, so.
Well, who do you think wins the dodgeball competition out of those quarterbacks?
Out of
Who do you
those
think is
three?
gonna put up, or who do you think is gonna put up who do you think is gonna get the most eliminations and the most dodges? I feel like he's gonna have to be the
I
most
would say
athletic
Huntley.
quarterback.
I would say Huntley
Oh
because
yeah, I'd
Huntley
probably say
that
Huntley, right?
yeah, Huntley is just like a playground dog. Like he just be in the playground just dogging niggas on some pure athleticism.
But when it comes to dodgeball, would the quarterback arm even taking the play? Could the quarterback
I think
let's
Huntley
say
might have a Trevor seemed like he hella like athletic like that too though.
right? And Trevor got a good arm. I don't know how much the quarterback arm got to do with volleyball though, because I mean with dodgeball because the ball size is a little different.
Hold on. Top it up.
Damn, we kind of I could just cut that out, but shit, man, we could just end it right
I
here
know
though.
she was killing it. She was killing it.
Woman, she was killing the shit. Only because when we had
She's here to
momentum,
walk
she
you.
was
Alarm.
man, like, what do you want, girl? What
Hey,
time?
bro, I'm glad you bear witness one again.
Man, whatever.
What you about to
It's
say?
all good. Now I'm about to say you got to get back here now anyway though, but that was a good little conversation I was about to start off though that nobody's talking about, man. She didn't fuck me up. Nah, we was just talking about Tyler Huntley though. How much time you have left? Like right now, huh?
So I gotta go back right now.
Yeah, it's all good. We getting there right here though, but hey, y'all letting me know on there. Who do you think is gonna be the most? Who do you think is gonna be the MVP of the dodgeball competition of those three quarterbacks? Tyler Huntley, Derek Carr, or who's the last one? It was Huntley, Carr, and Trevor Lawrence. Let me know. We gone.